US prosecutors have recommended to the Justice Department that criminal charges be brought against the airline manufacturer Boeing for violating a settlement related to 2 fatal crashes. A final decision will be made next month. Earlier this year, the department found Boeing had violated an agreement shielding it from a fraud charge. It said it might prosecute the company over the crashes of its 737 MAX aircraft in 2018 and 2019. Boeing has declined to comment. Last week, relatives of the victims urged prosecutors to seek a fine against Boeing of $25 billion and to pursue a criminal prosecution. Let's get more from our Asia business reporter, Suranjana Tiwari. Welcome to you. So explain what's happening here.
Yeah, these potential charges are related to 2 crashes of the Boeing 737 MAX, which killed 346 people, one in Indonesia in 2018 and another in 2019. Now, under a deal struck in 2021, the US Justice Department agreed not to prosecute Boeing over allegations that it defrauded the Federal Aviation Administration if the company overhauled its compliance practices and submitted regular reports. Boeing also agreed to pay $2.5 billion to settle the investigation. Earlier this year, the Justice Department found that Boeing had violated that agreement. Now, prosecutors have recommended the Justice Department bring criminal charges against Boeing for the breach. The DOJ, as you mentioned, has until July the 7th to make a final decision. Boeing has declined to comment, although it previously said it had honoured the terms of the settlement. Now, criminal charges would certainly deepen an unfolding crisis at Boeing. It is under scrutiny over a number of incidents. Investigators are still trying to get to the bottom of what happened when a panel blew off one of its jets operated by Alaska Airlines mid-flight in January. There are a number of other cases and whistleblower complaints about substandard manufacturing and shortcomings over safety. Ultimately, this is not good news for the company, not only because of safety concerns, but also the impact on the brand. And the company will be looking even further down the road. And if charged and found guilty, whether it can afford financial penalties and the business restrictions involved. Just last week, relatives of the victims of those 2 fatal crashes called for a fine of $25 billion on Boeing, as well as criminal prosecution.
Suranjana in Singapore, thank you for updating us on that story.